sunroof on. Hit that sun. Hit that sunny sun. Pow, pow, pow. They on my ass. Pow. Let me make sure this. We finna get into it. We finna get into it. Let me make sure. Make sure I'm sitting up straight. You feel me? Wait till y'all get in here, man. A couple people get in here. Damn, I gotta wash my shit again. That shit got hella flakes in it. All right, let me pull out my notes. We gonna be on ChatGPT today, so first I want to mention about Dr. Umar, right? It's all over the internet, you know what I'm saying? His daughter came up, and I ain't laughing at the fact, like, you know, like, because we on the outside looking in, so we don't even really know, like, you know, what's like. But I'm gonna make this quick about him because I want to get into this, like, this little knowledge, because I ain't with all the he say, she say. Because I just seen a video of him saying he go release some receipts of that he been paying child support. He always been paying child support. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that because, you know, people be slandering the messenger, but never, you know, like, I just watched somebody, you know, I want to say their name right now, but he was making, you know what I'm saying, just like a regular person. He was like on some real shit. He wasn't on no, you know, shooting down the messenger and not acknowledging the message. A lot of people be shooting them down, the messenger, but they never, you know, like, acknowledge the message. Now, like, we ain't gotta, everybody ain't gonna be kumbaya and agreeing, you know, but the whole thing is, you know, then I just seen a video 4 years ago of him, like, saying, like, the school was, like, a $13 million project or something that was from somebody. So that's why he never, like, found nothing cheaper. That's why he in the school, not 13 million, but it was a $13 million like project. It was some he was saying, but this was on Lord Jamar show. Lord Jamar show. This was 4 years ago. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the receipts. And plus, I feel like he legit, like, a lot of people say, like, he probably, you know what I'm saying, undercover, or he working with them people, but his credentials, you can call the which I didn't do, but I'm taking the word for it because of his message. But just in case, I might end up doing it just to really be seeing it. But he said you can call him, find out if he legit. He said it out of his own mouth, like, see if he got his actual doctrine and shit in psychology and shit like that. So, but we finna get into this though. Africans worldwide, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get disrespected a lot in America, and a lot of the black people get disrespected. Like, you know what I'm saying? We invite everybody in, man. We invite everybody in. We support people, like, and up to this damn point, people be looking at us crazy, like we stupid and shit. Like, I went to go get some gas and shit, and this Arab just he did, like, some shit, like, do you know back in the day, like, our people was on that timing, bro? Like, y'all, they see, they be thinking niggas is soft, like, and I had my motherfucking mask on, bro. I'm not playing around, bro. Looking at me like Like, man, who the fuck is you? And it's Ramadan. Like, it's Ramadan. And see, this is the crazy thing. This is what I forgot about what Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm gonna read the comments in a minute. Yeah, gangster, you spamming my shit. All right. About Ramadan, right? It's a lot of shit like that. That's crazy how with Dr. Umar Johnson daughter coming up, and this is right around Ramadan. All those situations always come up in life. I'm not gonna use that as like a, like some, but I'm just like, it's not only that. It was a couple other stuff like it was something else that came up, and I'm like, this crazy, man. It's Ramadan, like, and New Year's Eve was March 1st, right? Which was the beginning or the second day of Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so let me return back. I just had to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these people, man, they be coming and looking at us crazy. You know, like I be like, but let me show y'all the connection, right? And what's crazy, I was just reading about Ogun. Ogun, and I dreamed about Ogun before. I think I said this in a video and a live before. I don't know if it was on Instagram, but like I remember with a word I was saying like Ogun, and then like I seen my pops in a dream, like, and it's like he spit it at me, but it was like not spitting on some, but the that ritual shit when like if y'all watch Bobby He Met, shout out to Bobby He Met, he be doing a spit, and not just him, but that's been known before he was even doing it. You know what I'm saying? Spitting, I forgot what they called it, but like spitting out liquor or wine, juice. And my pops did it, and then the dream ended up changing and shit. But what I just found out, Ogun is a protector if you wear green and black. Or is it? Hold on, let me see. Am I on the right one? It was something about green, and I think it was black. Oh yeah, right here it say his iron-based tools are used in ceremonies, and his colors green and black are worn for protection and strength. And green and black, this was some of my like I got in tune with green and black probably like a little bit after like shit. I can't even like I forgot, but it was like back when I was in school though, like my last school year, last couple schools, 11th grade, 12th grade, or some shit. No, 12th grade. And then after that, like I was wearing like a lot of green and shit like that. Um, so like Yoruba, right? Yoruba, what is Yoruba? For those that don't know, um, like Yoruba is an African tribe, right? I think it is of Congo, I think, but I know it's from Africa. But let's check it out. Let's check out we talking about the Trail of Tears, the the war and the slavery in Cuba. It's a um Yoruba influence in the trades in the slave trade during the transatlantic. I don't know why I'm tongue twisted right now. During the transatlantic slave trade, many Yoruba people were forcibly brought to Cuba, mainly in the 19th century. These enslaved Africans carried their religious beliefs with them, adapting their traditions under Spanish colonial rule. They merged their Yoruba deities, Orishas, with Catholic saints, creating Saint Tierra, where Ogun became associated with Saint Peter, in Spanish Saint Pedro, and Saint George or Saint George, Jesus George. Oh yeah, Jose. So Saint Horde in Spanish. So this is the 19th century, so this got to be this is the 1900s. But the crazy part about this is like man, shout out to Bobby He Man. He was always talking and having this knowledge and shit, like the wisdom and shit, the books. But what was just caught my attention was cause let's go back to Ogun. Ogun, the Yoruba god of iron. and blacksmithing has a deep cultural spiritual connection to Cuba through the African diaspora, particularly with the Sentiera, Regla de Ocha, and Palo religious traditions. His presence in Cuban history is tied to the transatlantic slave trade, African resistance, and the shaping of Cuban identity. Ogun and Sentiera. In Sentiera, Ogun is a powerful Orisha linked to iron, labor, war, and technology. He is a warrior, blacksmith, and protector, often called upon for strength and resilience. His tools, machetes, iron weapons, etc., symbols his ability to clear paths and remove obstacles. Ogun is essential in rituals involving protection, justice, and work, especially for blacksmiths, soldiers, and laborers. Let me tell y'all something about this, right? Like with the iron and how this connected. Like when I had this dream, like about hearing the word Ogun, hearing the name Ogun in the spit, I knew like, okay, this was just like I think this year or like no, this was this year. This was like after my birthday or around my birthday or something. And you know what I'm saying? My birthday January 14th. Um, but like my pops created a cast iron pyramid with just a small capsule. He created this like when we was young and shit, when he was working in the shop and shit. And he said he was trying to create something else. It was something that we was supposed to create, something else that, you know what I'm saying, but he ended up creating that pyramid and shit. And then he kept it, you know what I'm saying, for a souvenir and shit. You know what I'm saying? Iron cast, bro. And it's crazy how all this be linking and shit. So like we see the pyramids and, you know, all across the world, but let's specifically talk about Egypt, right? These pyramids are like stone on the outside, different type of stones, like or a specifically type of stone, but these stones just can't be picked up. So some people will say like it was giants that built them. Some people say it was, which I think it was proof, but then they, you know what I'm saying, like in which I believe this shit is like they got rid of the proof and they lost evidence and shit. Like they used a substance, a powder, and what's crazy, this powder ended up coming up on the video like a couple years later. It was some on YouTube and shit, and I'm like, this is the same shit I heard about the powder substance they used to levitate materials and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is how the pyramids may have could have gotten built too. You know, because you got the pyramids, you got giant statues of people, which is honestly made. This could just be representing the giant of the soul. You know what I'm saying? These we could have been in the same size, or it could have been literally bigger people. I feel it was taller people. The atmosphere was like different to where we supposed to be actually really like this, probably the smallest height supposed to be like 6 feet or 5'8" or something. You know what I'm saying? Like babies come out the womb, probably was like 3 feet already. I don't know, but the atmosphere did change and shit. Damn, my light was on the whole time and shit. I'm tripping. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, and we got this other shit. Like the name of this city right here is Flint, and Flint it's a tool or a rock or it's a stone. It's Flint stone, which is the nickname also of the city. But it was an ancient tool or an ancient stone, ancient crystal that was used in ancient Egypt. That's why I always be like, you know what I'm saying, we connected now. Like we might be different minds today where it's like we not all the same. This is why, like, you know what I'm saying, like we gotta protect our legacy that we made in America, because it's another thing. It's another thing with like saying like people be doubting us Black Americans and be like, oh, y'all don't know y'all culture, y'all don't know y'all lineage. So let's say if this is true, right? We don't know our lineage and we don't know our culture. We know our lineage, but we don't have a land mass. Let's say if this was true, right? So how in a freak did we last this long? Our grandmothers, great grandmothers, great grandmothers, great grandmothers, and some of our grandmothers was white on one side, and we came back black. We made legacies. We fought for rights. So and we don't have no culture. I don't think people be getting that shit what they be saying, bro, overseas. This is why I made that song, bro. This is why I made that song. Like, this is why I made that song because you know, and I got more shit on the way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people brainwashed by this beast system and shit. Brainwashed, shitting on us and shit. The same people y'all stole y'all style from. Shitting on black Americans and shit. Shitting on black men and shit. But y'all rocking our style and acting like us though. Y'all need to be acting like y'all ancestors who was fighting and shit. And quit talking shit about us. Cause we know ourselves over here. We know ourselves over here. Trust and believe. It might not look like it, but it's the stress and the strength that we have to keep. So we don't even be thinking about people on the outside. What we be having a problem with is when y'all come over here, the outsiders come over here, all we do is grant love, show love, and motherfuckers shit in our face, talk shit in our face. Like we already dealing with the white people. So when you black, but you from Britain or UK or you from Africa somewhere, Nigeria, it's a bunch of continents in Africa that I ain't knocking. I'm just saying we have to speak up for ourselves. If y'all got a problem with us speaking up for ourselves, that's y'all problem, bro. We not ass kissing nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all on the outside looking in, we don't ass kiss white people over here, bro. It's only a few that make it look like it's like that. If it was like that, it wouldn't even be how it is. It'll be a lot of uppity shit. A lot of shit would be corny as hell. You know what I'm saying? But, you know. So let's look at Ogun and Palo. Mayombe. And Palo. An African Cuban religious practice with Bantu roots. Ogun is linked to the spirit of iron and war. He is associated with Sarabanda, a powerful force of protection and aggression. Many enslaved Africans, especially those from Central Africa, Congo, use Palo's spiritual practices for resistance. Central Africa, Congo. Shout out to Central Africa, Congo. So shout out to the Congos. In which, by the way, Cuba, it's a song called Cuba to Congo. By the way, I just had to let y'all know that. Like, some deep connections, like, where they be like, oh, we different people and shit. Like, yeah, we different people, different tribes, and it's been like that, but we never been like, no top enemies of each other. It's never been like that. We only became enemies because of the colonization. The mind's been colonized and shit. The minds has been colonized. That's like, you know, I'm doing some fuck shit, make a lot of money, and then I go to Africa. I'm bringing a colonized mind to the roots of where I come from, where my lineage or my original culture, but you have a colonized mind, so you go bring that colonized mind, and this is a fact why some Africans be having a problem with some of us, and I get that. I be getting it, you know what I'm saying? But for the ones that come over here and we be, you know, granting, you know, with respect, love, and peace, you know what I'm saying? Talk shit, but not on no talking you down, just talk shit, and it be like, motherfucker being like on some slick shit, trying to, you know, we'll support the business, and all of a sudden you talking in French, talking shit about us and shit, and the motherfucker be like, this motherfucker over here, damn, you hate us like that too? We already got enough hate from all these other motherfuckers. You know, but it is what it is though, you know what I'm saying? We catching on to this shit. We catching on to the games of people and shit. That's the greater part about this shit. Ogun's energy, Ogun's role in Cuban history. Ogun's energy influenced slave rebellions in Cuba, as many Africans called upon him for strength and resistance. His connection to metal and war is reflected in Cuba's struggle for independence, where machetes became symbols of liberation The Mambises. The Mambises. Cuban freedom fighters use machetes in battles. And see, maybe Cubans, Haitians. That's why that shit carried on in our damn blood. Fuck around. Ogun and modern Cuban history. Ogun and modern Cuban history. Many centeros and peteros in Cuba still honor Ogun with rituals, offerings, and initiations. That's what I meant to say, the offerings. The spit is part of the offerings. Rituals too, but yeah. His iron-based tools are used in ceremonies. His colors, green and black, are worn for protection and strength. Ogun's legacy remains in Cuban society, influenced labor movements, resistance, narrators, and Afro-Cuban spirituality. Yeah, shout out to the birds and tune, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the spirits, you know. Ogun's connection to Cuba is one of resilience, power, and survival, shaping Afro-Cuban identity and culture through religion, history, and resistance. Would you like more details on a specific aspect? Fuck yeah, I'm about to put fuck you. No, I ain't gonna do that. Okay, so Ogun's role. Hold on, let me read the comments, man. Shout out to the comments and shit. Dog spam my shit like a motherfucker, bro. Mulaney was good. Hope everything all right. Play 6-7. Can you play 6-7? Doodle. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Gangster. Shout out to Sav Potter. But I don't think you changed your name. I could have sworn your shit was Sarah Potter G or something like that. What up, FF King? But yeah, let's continue on. Ogun's role in slave resistance. Ogun's role in slave resistance. How enslaved Africans in Cuba invoked Ogun for strength and protection in rebellions. Ogun in the wars for Cuban independence. The role of Ogun's symbolism in the fight against Spanish rule. Damn, I just spit it. Including the machete-wielding Mambises. Ogun and Santiago and Palo Mayombe rituals. The specific ways Ogun is worshipped and honored in Cuba today. Ogun influence on Cuban martial arts and secret societies. Oh shit. His role in Abuka, a secret Afro-Cuban society with warrior traditions. I ain't never heard of that. Ogun and Afro-Cuban music and dance. How Ogun's energy is expressed through drums, chants, and performances. They say Ogun's role in slave resistance. Enslaved Africans in Cuba, particularly the Yoruba and Bantu people, saw Ogun as a source of strength, war, and protection. He was invoked in secret rituals before planned revolts with warriors, rubbing iron objects or their machetes in his honor to seek courage. During Cuba's wars against Spain, 1868 through 1898, Ogun's warrior symbolism influenced Afro-Cuban soldiers, including the Mambises, rebel fighters, many of whom were African descendant. The machete, a common tool among enslaved people, became a symbol of rebellion, embodying Ogun's power over metal and war. Damn, did I just oh, here we go. Included machete. War. Many fighters wore Ogun's colors, green and black, for protection. You know what? That might be why that flag, but that's the Haitian flag though, I believe. Oh no, that's part of the. I'm gonna have to see that. I'm gonna have to look that up. So I'm about to pause right here. So that's crazy because I used to like wearing green and black. I still do. I just don't share it. I supposed to got me a green hoodie. I still ain't though. Matter of fact, damn, I think I did get a. No, that was an orange hoodie. I ain't go cap. That was an orange hoodie. But yeah, we got real connections, man. We got real spiritual connections, and we be, and it's bigger than like this is not about like no like some people feel like the government is like somehow orchestrating blacks and whites to go against each other, but the whole time it's outside the earth. It's things that exist that's outside the plane, but it exists that's controlling and operating shit. So it's like white people, they come out the caves, and a lot of people don't ask like, how the fuck did they get all this power? The only ones who ask that is motherfuckers who think. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but it's people who think. It'd be like, how? And then they just keep going like, damn, hold on. Then you got all this underground bases, and you got aliens and shit. Then you got the outer space UFOs, and then allegedly, we gonna say allegedly, but the whole time they got areas, the place called Area 51, and then they made it open, like I think before COVID hit, before 2020, 2021, or it was either before or after. Like everybody was talking about Area 51, like you know what I'm saying, which is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? People's expanding their mind and shit, and plus Facebook and shit, the internet, like Twitter, social media was like mass awakening people and shit to make them think and shit. Even though you had TV shows like Ancient Aliens, but hold on, let me not forget the point. It's like who really gave them this power, bro? Like when the Earth was already like empowered, like people was all it was always civilizations before what we living in today that's controlled by white supremacy, and white supremacy is like really it's not, it's orchestrated to fuck up anybody, white people, black people, black Americans, black African Americans, you know what I'm saying, white European Americans, Caucasian Americans, or whatever you want to call them, you call yourself, you know what I'm saying, and it's to disrupt like truth from reality. The reality is that we always been going up against this beast, and they don't want us to know about our history, our spiritual powers, you know what I'm saying, our spiritual deities, and our deities exist in the inside, nothing on the outside. So you can even I call on God. I call on God to give me these spirits. I call on the Creator to give me the protection. And that's when any of us, like when you ask for protection, you never know what's gonna protect you. Like, or if you need money, or it's whatever. It's like, and sometimes I don't want to get into that, but this is why I say like the religious and spiritual practices. We always been like this. We always been like in tune, you know what I'm saying, with things outside of modern day religion. Modern day religion is just it's just stolen from somebody else's story, and they can use the people be using this shit against. Like I said, like you got some of these Arabs that come over here and feel like they blessed because you coming into black neighborhoods feeling blessed because we give you your money because we support the business, and we forcefully have to support a gas station right now because, you know what I'm saying, we ain't creating no gas stations. It's not our fault. It's the power structures that we up against. So they come over here thinking they better and thinking like y'all blessed and shit, trying to use the lingo of our spirituality. You know what I'm saying? The whole time you lame as fuck. Lame as hell. We don't all have the same. We don't all have the same God, bro. I don't believe that, bro. Because the way people treat people, is just shit. And if it is, it's like, okay, God's the parent. Well, I'm gonna whoop my brother ass on a whole nother species. But I don't think like that though. I don't think like we all, nah, bro. You know, we might be all humans and different humans and species. So I could say that I do think that, but it's like the ones who's selfish and thinking like they constantly come over here and be like looking us down and shit, and don't know what our ancestors did, put in work, and then today us as the people, we the results of a plethora of shit they wanted to attempt to destroy us, and we still making it this far. Sure. It is what it is. I ain't mad at nobody, but at the same time, I ain't finna kiss nobody ass though. On me. Don't nobody owe me shit. But what I will say is like shit, y'all on the land that our ancestors bled on, all on the soil, planting them and fertilized in the grass in the soil, making new seeds for the leaves and the plants. Fertilize the soil with our blood, man. You know. That's why this why I'm be like this why I'm creating shit, man. Slowly I'm still learning shit. I dropped my first track, so bite the hand that fed you, clothed you. Well, now I'm on your ass. How Papa's supposed to do? Talking about we dumb when we walk into this day. Ancestors even helped you make a way. Y'all ain't gonna get that shit. That's why I'm coming through strong. I don't need no weaklings around me. I'm up out of here though. I got something to do.